Well, today I thought I'd just talk a little bit about impacts from cancer and cancer treatments, how that can hit you in unexpected ways. So, um, when I was getting treated, and I'm talking about initially, I got, again, lucky enough to be on three cancer drugs to treat my stomach cancer. And to combat those cancer drugs, causing nausea and um, difficulties with other things and all that jazz, I got put on a bunch of meds, which I know everybody has to deal with sometimes. So like a Danstron, Bloclorazine for nausea, also something for night to help with the nausea, and as well as day of treatment and for 3 days after, I was on steroids. Well, after about a year and a half being on the steroids, was getting better with cancer, but it caused an issue where I was helping to carry something heavy. My son and I had gotten a used air hockey / pool table, a 3/4 size one, and it's heavy. And we carried it out, got it in, got it into the vehicle, and drove it back home. Everything was fine. I go to pull it out, and I just can't lift it. I'm just in like extreme pain. Long story short, I had broken my T8 vertebra, and it was just from carrying the weight, because my bones, from taking steroids for a year and a half, had weakened quite a bit. And reason why that happened is my oncologist, my oncology team are focused on keeping me alive. So they're looking at, okay, what do we have to do? What do we have to do to help this person? They're not necessarily looking at long term what happens. And so talked to my GP, got a bone scan, and as my GP said, he has 85-year-old women that have better bones than I do. So started on Fosamax once a week, taking calcium, D3. Also started working with my oncologist and weaning off of the steroids, and eventually stopped taking steroids. And I think I was doing better, getting better. And started doing things where I take like collagen, walking with a weighted vest, trying to do workouts, things like that, trying to strengthen my bones. And again, feel like I was improving. Well, fast forward to today. And last night we got dumped on with snow. And we got, I think, like 8 inches. And my wife had to go into work this morning early. And so we did what we normally do. We got up and we took our dogs for a walk. And because it was so snowy, we didn't take them out on the trail. We walked around in town. Sidewalks were still really covered. We have 2 rescues, and one of them, she's shorter. So in some of the spots, the snow was dragging on her belly. So we walked in the street, which was plowed. Not a problem. Well, I misstepped. I was following tracks of cars. I misstepped, and I stepped on a spot that was slippery. And my feet went out from underneath me, and I'm falling backwards. And I'm thinking like, oh, I don't want to land on my tailbone and break my tailbone. So I put my arms out, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to jam my wrist and break my wrist. And I start bringing them back, and by then I'm landing. So wrists were maybe at like 45 degree. Immediately could tell my left wrist really sore. And went into urgent care later in the morning, and got x-rays, and luckily I didn't break anything. So definitely getting better, but wrist brace for a week or two. Try to help support it because I really can't lift with this hand right now or do much. But the impact of taking those meds, which are needed and was appropriate to take and prescribe, have impacts. And so it wasn't just I'll be fine. It's like, all right, I know I've done damage. I know I've had these issues. I better go get checked out. So I guess I'm just pointing out that as you're on these meds and everything else, make sure that you are prioritizing your health. You prioritize getting checked out because you don't want to just walk it off and just say it's fine. The stuff you're dealing with is going to make it all that much more important to put your health at a priority, to go to the doctor, to check these things out, even if they come out to be nothing. Because, as you are probably very aware, your health is really important. And so, if you can, get in there, get checked out. And the other message on that one is be safe walking. As my daughter pointed out, maybe not fall next time. Wise words.